APSEX Online Support Program, Class 8, Week 9, Lesson 1, Subject Chemistry, prepared by Asma Khan. Textbook Chemistry, page number 33 to 36, Unit 2, Structure of Atoms, Topic Isotopes. Resources required. Following videos will help the students in understanding the concept. It is advised that student must watch the videos under complete parental supervision. Please visit following links for video tutorials. Objectives. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to know about the isotopes and its various types. Various types of isotopes include isotopes of hydrogen, isotopes of carbon, isotopes of chlorine, isotopes of uranium. At the end, uses of isotopes. Now, isotopes. Now, before defining the term isotopes, first of all, I will give you a short example by the help of which you will easily understand the word isotope. Just consider the twins, the identical brothers who are exactly the same, but their behavior is different. So, isotopes are just exactly the same. They are same atoms, but their mass number will be different. Now, what does it mean? It means that two elements, we are having two elements, two same elements, but one is having the different atomic mass from the other and their atomic number is same. It means that their number of electrons and their number of the protons will be same, but the number of neutrons will be different. This is because atoms of an element can differ in the number of neutrons. As I have told you earlier that isotopes will be having their number of neutrons different. Isotopes are chemically alike and differ in their physical properties. It means that isotopes will be having the chemical properties exactly alike. Means their boiling point, their melting point, it will be exactly the same, but their physical properties will be different. Physical properties mean their physical properties means that their order, their taste and their color. Now come towards the discovery of the isotopes. The word isotope was first used by Sode. It is a Greek word. Isos means same and top means. Now come towards the types of isotopes. The first type is the hydrogen isotopes. If you look at the structure of the isotopes of hydrogen, you can see the three various structures. First is protium, second is deuterium and third is tritium. These are the three isotopes of hydrogen. They are exactly the same. They are having the same number of electron and proton in each, like you can see it. But the number of the neutron is different. Here in protium, no neutron is present. In deuterium, one neutron is present. In tritium, two neutrons are present in the nucleus of hydrogen atom. Now, if you look at its symbols, it is represented by the symbol. Protium is represented by H1, deuterium is represented by H2 and tritium is represented by H3. Hydrogen has three isotopes. Hydrogen 1 is called protium, having no neutrons. Hydrogen 2 is called deuterium, has one neutron, and hydrogen 3 is tritium, has two neutrons. Now, the characteristics of hydrogen isotopes. What are the different characteristics of the hydrogen isotopes? First of all, we will be discussing the protium, which is the first isotope of a hydrogen having no neutron, one proton and one electron. So protium is a colorless, odorless and tasteless, having no color, no smell and no taste, and it is a gas. It is insoluble in water. It is highly inflammable gas. Water that contain hydrogen 2 atoms in place of hydrogen 1 is called heavy water. Now the water that will contain hydrogen 2 atoms of hydrogens, so it will be known as heavy water instead of hydrogen 1. Now what is heavy water and what is ordinary water? We will discuss it further. Naturally occurring hydrogen contains 99.99% protium and 0.0015% of deuterium. Now the hydrogen that are naturally present in the universe, it will contain 99.9% of the protium, but the 0.015% of deuterium. Tritium is radioactive and is rare. It means that tritium is it is not common in the universe and it is rare. Tritium is not found in naturally occurring hydrogen because its nucleus is unstable. Now the naturally occurring hydrogen is present in the universe, so it will not contain tritium because the tritium nucleus is unstable. It cannot stabilize its. Now come towards the comparison of ordinary water and the heavy water. First of all, you have to differentiate between the ordinary water and heavy water. What is ordinary water and what is heavy water? Ordinary water is the water in which the hydrogen atom will contain only a proton, and heavy water is the one in which the hydrogen atom will contain a proton plus a neutron. So this is the main difference between the ordinary water and the heavy water. In your book only the table is given, only the properties of the ordinary water and the heavy water is given. So come towards the properties of the ordinary water and heavy water. The melting point of ordinary water is 0.00 degrees centigrade, while that for heavy water is 3.81 degrees centigrade. Melting point, that is 100 degrees centigrade, and heavy water is 101.2 degrees centigrade. Now we will discuss the second example of the isotope, that is isotopes of carbon. Isotopes of carbon, it has three isotopes. Carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14 are the three isotopes of the carbon. Almost all carbon is carbon 12. Wherever you will see carbon, it will be carbon 12. It is having 6 neutrons and 6 protons. Carbon 13 has 7 neutrons and 6 protons. Carbon 14 has 8 neutrons and 6 protons. So in all of these isotopes, one thing is familiar, that is it is having 6 protons. Carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14, all of them are having 6 protons, but the difference is in the number of the neutrons, that is carbon 12 has 6 neutrons, carbon 13 has 7 neutrons and carbon 14 has 8 neutrons. You can see this diagram also. Different forms of carbon are black or grayish black solids except diamond. Whatever kind of carbon you will see, so its color will be either black or grayish black, and they will be solids except the diamond, as diamond itself is a carbon, but its color, it has no color, it is transparent. Now come towards the characteristics of the isotopes. They are odorless and tasteless. They have high melting and boiling points, are insoluble in water. Now the third example is of isotopes of chlorine. Chlorine has only 2 isotopes as it is shown in the diagram. One is chlorine 35, other is chlorine 37. If you look at the structure of chlorine 35, it is having proton 17, neutron 18. Chlorine 37 has proton 17 and neutron 20. There are two natural isotopes of chlorine, chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. Chlorine 35 has 17 protons and 18 neutrons. Chlorine 35 occurs in nature about 75% and chlorine 37 about 25%. So it is clear from this point that chlorine 35 is abundant in nature as compared to chlorine 37. And you can also see the structure that both are having the same number of the protons, but the neutron number is different. Come towards its characteristic. Chlorine is a grayish yellow gas with a sharp, pungent, irritating smell, and it is soluble in water. Now, isotopes of uranium. It is the fourth example of the isotopes. Uranium has three isotopes like hydrogen. As I have told you about the hydrogen, they were having their name: protium, deuterium and tritium. So uranium has also three isotopes with mass number 234, 235, 238. As I have told you earlier that isotopes will be having difference in its mass number, but its atomic number will be same. So their mass, the uranium mass number is different. We are having three isotopes of uranium. If we talk about the uranium 235 isotope, so it is used in nuclear reactors and atomic bombs. The atomic bombs that are made all are having the uranium 235, and in nuclear reactors also uranium 235 is used. Now if we talk about the uranium 238, it is another isotope of the uranium, the third isotope of uranium. So it is not having such properties of uranium 235, it is lacking that properties. And uranium 234, which is the first isotope of uranium, it is very much rare in the universe. Rare means it is not very common. When uranium 238 decays into thorium 235, it emits alpha particle. It means that when uranium 238 is splitted, so it will give you, in the result, it will give you thorium 234 and also emit the alpha particles. And that alpha particles will be doubly positively charged and having the nucleus of the helium. And alpha particle is doubly positively charged, helium. Isotopes of uranium. The fission of uranium 235 yields smaller nucleoli, neutron and energy. If we do the fission of uranium 235, fission is a kind of a chemical reaction. If uranium 235 is if fission reaction is done, so what it will produce? It will produce small nucleoli, neutrons. It will emit the neutrons with smaller nucleoli plus the energy. Now the energy that is released in uranium 235 in the fission reaction, it will be equal to the energy produced by burning more than 1700 kilogram of the coal. If you burn 1700 kilogram of a coal, so the energy that is produced during burning, it will be exactly equal to the energy that is released during the fission reaction of 1 kilogram of uranium 235. Chemical properties of an element depend upon the number of the protons and electrons. It means the isotopes' chemical properties are totally dependent on the number of the protons and the electrons. They are not dependent by the number of the neutrons. That's because the neutrons do not take part in the chemical reaction. That's why the chemical properties are not dependent on the neutrons, but they are dependent on the number of the protons and the electrons. Therefore, isotopes of an element have similar chemical properties. Come towards the uses of the isotopes. Now we will study the uses of the isotopes, that where the isotopes are used and what are the uses of the isotopes in our daily life. Stable and radioactive isotopes have many applications. Radioactive iodine 131 is used as a tracer in diagnosing thyroid problem. Okay, now Iodine 131. Iodine 131 is the isotope of the iodine, and it is used in diagnosing the thyroid problem. If a person is suffering from any thyroid problem, so its thyroid problem will be only diagnosed with the help of iodine 131. Sodium 24, Na is the symbol of the sodium, and sodium 24 is the isotope of the sodium, and it is used to trace the flow of blood and detect possible constrictions or obstructions in the circulatory system. Now, first point, sodium 24 is used to trace the flow of the blood. In our body, blood is flowing. So if we want to detect the flow of the blood, in which direction the blood is flowing, so it is traced with the help of sodium 224. And if you are having any constrictions and obstructions, any up and downs in your circulatory system, so it is also detected with the help of sodium 24. Iodine 123 is used to image the brain. Now in the first point we read iodine 131. It is one isotope of iodine. The second isotope of iodine is 123, is used to image the brain. If a person is doing any kind of a CT scan or the X-ray of the brain, it is only possible with the help of iodine 123. Cobalt 60 is commonly used to irradiate cancer cells in the hope of killing or shrinking the tumors. Now, cobalt 60 are used to kill the cancer cells or for hoping to kill that cancer cells, and it can also cause the shrinking of the tumors. Carbon 14 is used to trace the path of a carbon in photosynthesis. Plants are having the process of photosynthesis during daytime. If we want to know that what is the path of the carbon, so it can be traced with the help of carbon 14. Radioactive isotopes are used to study the mechanism of chemical reaction. All of the chemical reaction are having its mechanism. If we want to study its mechanism properly, so we have to go through radioactive isotopes. Radioactive isotopes are used to detect rocks, soils, archaeological objects and mummies. Now I will give a short recap of whole lecture. Students, in this tutorial we have learned about isotopes and its various types, like isotopes of hydrogen. As I have told you about isotopes of hydrogen, hydrogen are having three isotopes: protium, deuterium and tritium. And protium is having one proton, deuterium is having two neutrons, and tritium is having 3 neutrons. Carbon, chlorine and uranium. Carbon is having 3 isotopes: carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14. Chlorine is having 2 isotopes: chlorine 35 and chlorine 37, and same uranium is also having 3 isotopes. Now then we studied about the uses of isotopes, that we studied about the iodine 131, sodium, about carbon 12. They were having different uses in different field of life. Now the task assigned, the homework that you have to done. First question is, what is an isotopes? Who discovered it? Compare the isotopes of a carbon. So in this one question you are having 3 parts. You have to attempt it. Draw the isotopes of chlorine. How do these isotopes differ? Write a short note on isotopes of uranium. What is the difference between heavy water and ordinary water, and draw the structure to support your answer. It is not present in your book. You have to do it by yourself. Do exercise questions 10, 11 and 12 from